No more story, no more interruption. Tell us what you know, Andreas. Give us a name. Give us a name, or the monks can burn along with their precious books. Remember your promise. You let them go. You won't hurt them. Mobbing and culprits won't give you any concessions. Yeah, let's just give the murderer to Duke's men instead. Duke's men have forced us to act. We can worry about the abbot and the soldiers after we have dealt with the killer. Tell us. I have one more condition. Damn it! God damn it, Waller, we don't have time for this. Enough innocent blood has already been spilled. Let Casper leave before things get any worse. He's just a boy, Peter, please. What? Leave? Yes, fine, the boy can leave. It's not his fight. Please, Casper. I couldn't live with myself if something happened to you. Oh, crap, that's not gonna go. No. No, Master Andreas, I won't leave you. I know you don't want to, but you have to. Find your way back to Salzburg, back to your family. Please. Master Andreas, you'll teach me again when this is all over, right? Of course, Casper, I'll be right behind you. Alright, I'll see you soon, Master. Who killed Otto? We say, yeah, I'm gonna go with Martin. Martin killed Otto because Otto learned his secrets. Secret? What secret? Martin is not who you think he is. In fact, he's not Martin at all. He's an impostor living in another man's home, sleeping with another man's wife. What? That can't be true. We all know Martin. We've known him since he was a boy. Dr. Souls confided in me that Martin had lost a bad scar he acquired in his childhood. I remember that. The boy fell on a fence post. But how did he know everything about us, about Tassing? That I can't say, but I know that he isn't Martin. Otto knew it. He was keeping the secret in exchange for Martin's support against his abbot. Right, and we all wanted to believe that Martin had returned home. That the rotten boy who ran away came back a changed man? But he's not a changed man. He's not the same man at all. No, you can't really believe that he's fooled all of us for years. Johan, do you really think he's not your nephew? I don't think he is either. And if you look in your hearts, I think many of you feel the same. Curse you for laying this truth at our feet, Andreas. By any name and measure, Martin has been a good neighbor to all of us these past few years. But if he killed Otto, if he really did this, then justice must be done. Alright, Peter, we have heard Andreas out, but the accused should be allowed to defend themselves. You're not going anywhere, Peter. You're not getting anyone. None of you are. Martin is under my protection, and you are out of time. Peter, I'm so delighted I was able to snuff out the flickering flame of your pathetic rebellion. Listen to me, all of you. It's over. You're done. The only thing you can do now is release the abbot and pray for the Duke's mercy. If any of you people set foot near my mill, you'll get none from me. Damn him! Damn him! He thinks he can stop us, all of us? He can't. Peter, this has gone too far. We have to release the abbot before it's too late. To hell with the abbot, Ulrich, and if you won't help us, to hell with you. Peter, listen to Ulrich, he's right. No, he's not. Let's wait for the Duke's men. They can sort this out and no one needs to get hurt. The Duke doesn't care about Otto. The abbot doesn't care about Otto. We are doing this ourselves. To the mill. Stay back, brutes. This won't end well for any of you. Martin has my protection. Won't hesitate to shoot you like the animals you are. Stay away from my fucking meal. You, Andreas, I thought you made something of yourself, but it seems you're really as pathetic as the rest of this lot. You're an asshole, Lennart. You always had the wrong ideas about the peasants and never did agree with you. I thought you were a man of stature, Andreas, but you're just a spineless bastard who'll be the death of you. I know it. Elsa, take the boy and go. You don't need to be involved in this. No, Elsa, get back. Don't you dare disobey me, Paul. You hear me? Get your mother back inside. I'm not staying here any longer. I'm taking Mom and we are leaving somewhere far away from you. You regret this, boy? I won't be responsible for how your life turns out if you leave. Lennart, let them go. They have lived under your rule long enough. I should have expected this from you, Paul. You've always been a sad excuse for a son. Elsa, if you do this, you won't find anyone else to love you. You'll be a feckless old crone like that Ottilia. Elsa, it's over, Lennart. They're gone. You're not so high and mighty now, are you? You're going to lose everything, just like us. Give up, Miller. There are more of us than you in the mill, and you can shoot us all. Give us that good-for-nothing Martin, whatever his real name is. Give us the imposter. I'm so sorry, Peter. Everyone, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Cheat anyone. I know it's hard to believe me, but I didn't kill Martin. I didn't kill Otto. God knows I haven't lived a good life, so maybe I already had this coming. Do what you have to do, but don't let anything happen to Birgitta, please. We won't. We take care of our own. You're all mad. This isn't how the law works, and you know it. Your blabbering will change nothing. You've never given a damn about law or justice or propriety or fucking decency a day in your life, Lennart. Ha! You let me have my way for years, Peter. You've done shit all about it. You never stood up for anything, and you won't get any further today, coward. Peter, Lennart, please, let us search for peace tonight. Koslamus is not Christian. Coward, am I? Come down here and face me like a man, you piece of shit. Please, everyone calm down. We can still talk this out. Violence is not the answer, Peter. You can't blame the man Ulrich's forces. All Peter and his family knows. It certainly worked with Christine. How dare you even speak her name? Much less suggest. Dennis, you killed him! Murder! You monster! Burn him! Make him pay justice! You've been a menace on this town long enough, Lennart, but murder? You brought this on yourself. Let both of the murderers die together. Andreas, troops are advancing on the town. We need to go now. We must let the abbot out so he can talk to the Duke's soldiers. You're right. You're right. Let's go. Damn, this is going. But Abbot, you can come out. The peasants won't hurt you now. Really? Why? Andreas found the killing. Justice has been dispensed. Peter has to keep to his word. Are you sure? Please, Father Abbot, the Duke's soldiers have surrounded the town. You have to show them you're in no danger, that the peasants aren't holding you captive. We don't want any more bloodshed, Father. Oh, thank God. Is it over? Finally. What's happened at the mill? Is anyone hurt? We saw a fire. Peter, stop. You got your justice. You swore that you wouldn't harm the Abbott or the brothers, remember? I did. No one else needs to die tonight. The Abbot can talk to the Duke's herald. You held Leonhard responsible for his actions. You can convince the Duke that what happened tonight was justice. Otto is dead. Ulrich is dead. We can work through this, Peter. Hope is not lost. Everything can go back to the way it was before. Right, the way it was before. Like nothing ever happened. Peter? What is it? What did you do? Dad? God save us, these little manuscripts. Nothing's ever going to change. Books! Dad, what do you do? We need to get to the water in the cyst as well, quickly, before it spreads. Peter, the soldiers are in the abbey. They are coming this way. We need to save as many of the books as we can. No, we need to get out of here. Save us! Ah, get out! Dad, what have you done? Andreas, let's go! I'm sorry, I can't. Andreas! Oh boy, well, I guess this story doesn't end well. The story ends really bad. Damn it. There's fires everywhere. To all interested parties regarding investments made to Andreas Mahler, artist of Nuremberg, for the creation of a mural in the Church of Our Lady. The Chamber Court upholds the rulings of the Nuremberg City Court and Council in 1526 and 1527, respectively. All claimants signed contracts containing clauses under which their investments could be returned. As Andreas Mahler's death indisputably resulted from a greater power, a contractually exempted circumstance, his estate cannot be held liable. In the interest of feminine liberty, his widow Sabine retains all contested investments. The 15th day of February, Anno Domini 1534. So we got a shitty ending, if that was it. Feels like it's getting cold early this year, doesn't it? At my age, it feels like the cold comes early every year. But we need this chill for the leaves to fall and the gals to with them. What, you don't want to climb the saint's tree to pull them off? Ah, even in my youth that would have required divine intervention. No thank you, I'll stay here on the ground and wait patiently for the Lord to deliver. Don't you have ink back at your father's shop though? For the press, he has it delivered. This is just for my own drawings. Besides, sometimes it feels nice to do things the old way. And an old way it is, I should know. Hey Max, is it Gertrude? God bless you, Master Zimmerman. I told you not to call me that. What, Max? Why? People call me Ötz. You don't see me complaining. Not even a name, it's a valley. You like being called Ötz. Right, so why are you being so stuck up? Master Zimmerman, would you call Mary Magdalena a witness to our Lord's death and resurrection, Mags? Yes, not. Then it seems only fitting you should call Mistress Dractorian by her full Christian name. Alright, sorry sister, sorry Mags. Magdalene. Anyway, your dad wants to see you. What? Why? Isn't he at the rat house? He is. He wants you to grab his mural sketches and bring them. Fine, I suppose this is enough gals for now. I was just about to finish too. God bless you both. Don't be long, Magdalena. The council's waiting on this. Not sure why this falls on me, but I suppose I better get going. I think Dad left the rat house plans on his workshop bench at home, next to the printing press. Meeting at the rat house. Grab your mural plans, son. Saint Cynthia's shrine. Martha especially likes to leave offerings for her. Agnes gathers chamomile here every year to prepare her cures for the upcoming year. I have like, how much is there left of the game really? Yeah, seems like now we are all a new protagonist. Or this is like just an epilogue. I don't know. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there. The rat house mural sketches. I think this is what my dad wants. I think these are all of the plans. What is this part of the plans? Stop. This isn't Dad's handwriting. I can actually kind of read it. What the heck? Thank God he's a printer. Well, whatever. I'm bringing it just in case. Alright, I better get this over to the rat house. So I wonder if this is continuing now then. Hey again, Max. Are you serious? I just told you not to call me that. What are you all doing out here? Don't you have better things to do? What business is that of yours? Not me. All my work is done, Max. What do you care? It's not like you got important work to do. Oh my god, so, Go with Tinker, that sounds cool. I keep the press running for my dad and I work with Baltas on his inventions. That seems a little more important than standing around the commons in the middle of the day. Baltas' inventions are stupid. It doesn't seem like something a girl should be involved with, if you ask me. Right, no one did. Calm down, Max. You're going to get a reputation. Too late to worry about that. She already has a reputation. Nah. He's trying to negotiate whether it comes to finance or rather mass trade. My name is a penchant for sneaking around, eavesdropping on conversation and passing gossip. With Elena's skill at stinging, countering, and otherwise deflating people in conversation. And Snoop sounds good. So does Barb's done. Let's go with Snoop. Someone needs to keep an eye on the creeps in this town, Crafts. Otherwise, who would know you hide behind the gardener's chicken coop and spy on Artemis while she's washing? What? No, I wasn't. No, that wasn't me. Huh? Is that true? No! No! Oh my god. Alright, we got it. Lay off. Did you get those things your dad wanted? Yes, that's why I was on my way to the rat house. Hopefully I can drop these off and stop my reading for the day. Reading? What book is so important you need to get back to it? Any foreign language other than Italian, you can read almost all of them. And for me, most popular common books. And there is a read wide range of contemporary books on the Reformation. Oh, we'll go with the polyglot then. Don Floricel de Nicois. Don what? Floricel, like flower, is a knightly romance written in Castilian. Such a beautiful language. Who speaks that? People from Castile. Never heard of it. Right. Sounds made up. Don't you read all sorts of books about trees and birds and whatever? Yes, trees and birds and whatever. That's right. People are finally writing down what they see in nature instead of copying something a Greek imagined centuries ago. Do you have any books on frogs? What? Never mind. Wait, Utz, aren't you supposed to be at the rat house too? You're on the council. Sure, but it's pointless without your dad's plans. Let's go. Fine. I don't understand how we are still arguing about this. This mural should be depict the truth, what we know is the truth. I don't think it's so simple, Claus. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. I don't know. I'm tired of arguing. I just wanted to look nice and show what happened. Magdalena, thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with them. I'll see you at home for supper. Alright, Magdalene. We don't need to see the drawings. It's not what we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realize we had upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. For all the good he did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress? Magdalene, could you speak to your father, help him see things from our point of view? Father Thomas, I don't even know what you all are arguing about. What is your point of view? Claus has very strong opinions on how the history of passing of Kiersey Abbey should be portrayed. Those portrayals might upset some of our neighbors. Isn't there real concern that it's going to upset the Lord? Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorized on the wall? You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do. Not entirely. Well, what do you think, Georg? I know I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him, what happened to Otto. Look, you all knew my dad. I never had the chance. I don't want to make the people of this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell this story in a way that's true without upsetting anyone. So, it's all very complicated, you see, Magdalena. Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. So you want me to convince him to do what you say? I'm sure that would work. No, at least not entirely. We need to come to an agreement or call off the mural entirely. He's been wanting to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden. And help us, Magdalena. Your father will listen to you. Alright, I won't promise anything though. He's already hard enough to convince. Now I'm going back home. This mess has taken up too much of my day already. Oh, what the... Magdalene, thank you for bringing the drawings to the rat house. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. Those men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. And they talk and talk and talk. They talk all day and we're never any closer to a decision. I'm sick of it, sick of the whole thing. Yeah, don't worry about you. I know, I appreciate the concern. I suppose I haven't been this upset about something in a while. I get through it. I just need time. Why is it bothering you so much? To hear all of these stories about what this place was, how it came to be. And it feels like history is something that happened before happened to other people. But 18 years ago we lived through something, you and I, everyone in Tassing. Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. You don't. No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. I was so afraid that I would lose you. I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all of the others. And we lived. Dad, everyone says that if it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you would have died. I would have died. Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we will never know. You can't change the past, Dad. I know. The least I can do is make sure it's not forgotten. Something happened here. We are part of it. I need to help people remember that. If I don't do it, who will? Don't let it get to you. Too late. Well, at least try to get a good night's rest. Maybe things will be better once everyone slept on it. I hope so. All the arguing has left me beat. I'm going to bed early. Alright, I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther. Good, please say hello to her from me. And her parents, I know Dad. Good night, Magdalene. I love you. Love you too. All this running around has left me tired too. So it would be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Okay, we're gonna stop here for today. Oh, damn it, time is just flying. I thought that was the end over there, but guess not. So the story, we have a new protagonist, so we will see what will happen. So this is our new protagonist. Our artist died in a big flame. He burned to death. But you know, with the monks and all that in the library, and Peter, yeah, that was a major thing happening. But in all, in the end, was that he, Andreas, Anders, what's his name then? And he tried to, Mahler, tried to save the books in the library, but in the end he burned and died inside the library. Everybody else was safe, though the soldiers came, so yeah. But he tried to save the books. I don't know if it really is. Alright, where to begin? Oh, I should write to Esther. Dearest Esther. I hope you and your family are well. Dad sends his regards to your parents, like usual. I spent the last few days collecting old gals with Sister Gertrude. I don't suppose you have the chance to do that in Prague. Sister Gertrude has been teaching me how to grind them into smooth ink. It's difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Oh, did I mention? Dad started a new project. He's painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new rat house to memorialize the revolts. The whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present, and future. Yeah, this is... The shop has been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking it over. Of course, Dad will keep running it until he can't pull the levers anymore. I'll take over sooner or later. If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married either. Of course, the print shop will be more profitable than anything else my husband does. If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married either. I'll go with that one. Guys, you will not believe how knowing Utz is. I think his mom is under the impression he's been courting me. Can you imagine? And yes, before you break the nib of your pen, I will come visit you in Prague, I promise. Try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the rat house mural, so I've taken over in the workshop. Sure will be a sight to behold once it's finished. Get back to me soon. All my love. Magda. So I have like no real time perspective yet how long after this is after the event though. seem to be pretty many years though. Hello, Magdalene. Okay, so what happened after all that fire and all that? That we were picking up some flowers and got back here, and we are now Drucker's daughter, who is grown up a lot. So he is supposed to do a mural at that rat house up to the left, and that's all finished being built. So it looks like, yeah, the church and all has been the abbey burnt down, it looks like. Otherwise everything looks the same here. But the convent is still there. And the shrine is also there. Okay, nothing more there. Well, let's get to sleep then, or... Look-see. So this is all new. Rat House is the biggest building in Tassing. Balta's clock took ages to build and place. The thing is, I picked so she knows all the different foreign languages, and she's a tinkerer. Who the heck is this? Ignacio. Balta's workshop. I wonder if we can do another lesson soon. Ciao, Magdalena. The smell of anise in the breeze, it reminds me of when I was little. Edda was bought anise cakes from Gret to help soothe my stomach when I was ill. Quick check up and see what's around. Empty house, huh? Quickly check the abbey. By watching the violets bloom every year, they match the purple of the mountains. Okay. So statue of Saint Moritz has seen better days. Snow is creeping down the mountains. Winter will be here soon. Just the same thing. And it's... Oops. Well, that one burned down. The golden hand back. Yep. The hand of St. Moritz. The poor... Let's take care of it now that the Benedictines are gone. You got a little kid, huh? Bless you. Okay, but cool. So there. Yep, let's go back home and get some sleep and get to a new day and see what the heck is gonna happen now then. Run over. Woohoo! Later, I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. Sleeps on top of the sheets and everything, huh? Ah! What the heck? Dad? Dad! Is that it? Dad! Hang on, I'm coming. Dad! What happened? Are you alright? You're bleeding. Someone came into the house. They hit me over the head. I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move, Dad. Glenn, it's not safe. Whoever attacked me. This wound is too deep for me to take care of my own. We need Dr. Stoltz. Glenn, be careful. I will. I'll be right back. I promise. Do you know why anyone would want to attack you, Klaus? No, maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Are you sure you didn't see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Come on, Georg. You saw the workshop. Somebody was looking for something. Burglar? Passing? That's preposterous. Well, if it wasn't an attack, what was it? Enough! It was a deliberate blow to the head. Unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. Oh no, of course not. As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury. Magdalene, you will need to help take care of your father. I will, whatever I need to do. Good. Of course, the mural will have to be called off now. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. No, it has to be done. This is too important. Just give me some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't been able to agree on what the mural should be. Indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea. With respect, Father Thomas, you're not on this council. Yes, offering an opinion. I can paint the mural. What? Max, quit joking around. Well, I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? I'm old enough to run a print shop on myself, and Dad trusts me to illustrate the books. Isn't that enough? Painting a mural this large and complicated will take a lot of skill and expertise. So? That's why we were having your dad make it. He's been making art forever. I agree with Paul. Klaus needs home care. You're best suited for that, Magdalene, not a mural. What is that supposed to mean? What? Are you sure you're up for it? Physically, I mean? It's quite demanding. You'll be up on scaffolding and could fall. Are you not listening to me? I've already been doing this work for years. I know what it takes. Dad knows what it takes. Do you? I can do it, Dad. If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, to hell with a lot of you. Boss? If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Alright, I say we let her. Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. Very well. Alright, Magdalene, you can do it. You still need to talk to us about what you're doing. Alright? Fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account. Well, you will figure it out. Thanks, Magdalene. Best up, Klaus. Do my best, George. Magdalene, just a moment. Yes, what is it? I didn't want to say this in front of your father or the others. Your father is lucid right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanor is misleading. No, the injury is severe, but yeah, so all the blood. Magdalene, there is damage to his brain. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. He's not going to survive. Oh, there has to be something you can do. No, I'm not a surgeon. Can we take him to see one? No, he can't be moved in this condition. In fact, he shouldn't move at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with a trauma like this. So, he's just going to die? There's nothing I can do about it? You can make him comfortable and you can enjoy the time you have left. I can help with the palliative care. The town will run out before long. Sorry, Magdalene. Jan needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. But I don't know how much time he has left. Bernard said it could be a few months or... God protect him. I'll pick up where Dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days to the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history, the pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move on to the founding of the abbey and the Tassing saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history. Depicting the revolt is important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. Dad said the library in Kirsau had those records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now what I'm thinking about it. Alright, where to begin? Dad told me the last prioress at Kirsau knew something about the old history of Tassing. He said she became the abbess of the convent in Bologna, Mother Illuminata. Yes, it's Santa Margherita. I should write to her. Hello, Ali. How you doing? Not the point. Why would we bring the... I'm going to tap on Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita, formerly Prioress of Kirsau Abbey. I am the daughter of Klaus Drucker and Lena. We are printers from Tassing. My name is Magdalene Drucker. I do not believe we ever met, as I was very young when you left Kirsau. You were acquainted with my father. He bought many books from the library before that terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rat House. It's going to tell the history of our community and of Kirsau as well. We have only legends and folklore, since of course all of Kirsau's books were destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear of it. We would appreciate any help you could give us, and we hope you are well. Father always spoke highly of you, especially how you care for the library and its books. God bless you. Magdalene. Now we just continue our story here, seeing what will happen. I want to finish the mirror before Christmas. I should start planning tomorrow. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. No, I can't do anything else except going up. Madeleine. Hey, Dad, how you feeling? Can I get you anything? No, I'm fine. You go on. Alright, I'll come back and check on you later. Yep, I think let's go to sleep now then. Right, I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. Rice postman, huh? Ah, Mr. Zuckerin, I have a few letters here addressed to you. Take care now. Thank you, sir. Mother Illuminata wrote back to me. I hope her response helps me paint the mural. Mistress Zuckerin, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. God keep their souls. While we did have some books that discussed the Tassin's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tilman Krautzer, read about the history of the town. Now he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. I should also say that it's not true that all of Kersia's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Mahler managed to save some from the flames, God rest his soul. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloging and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at the Kirsau, the murder of Baron Rottwagel. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of Historia Tassia, a comprehensive chronicle of your home. I had forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historia Tassia shortly before he died. We never accounted for either books' whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Lucky Steinauer took it from the Baron after the murder. So given the stonemason's motive, it seems unlikely. Then again, only God knows what he did and why he did it. Niklaus Gerbel, the Baron's manservant, believed it may have been stolen by the town thief, Martin Bauer. I understand he was killed by the mob along with the miller on the night of the fire. If he did steal the book, he took its whereabouts to his grave. If any of his family remain in Tassie, perhaps you could ask them. As for the history of the abbey, I fear that was also lost in the blaze. However, as sacristan, Brother Mathieu learned a great deal about the subject. I have not kept in contact with him, but I know that he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. He is no longer Benedictino, but uses his family name, Posignus Saus. Write to him soon. Your letter may reach him before snow covers Dahlias. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the Abbey in his better years. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will toward anyone from Tassin. I pray that you have seen better days since that night and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you as well. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita. Oh, Esther wrote to me as well. My dear Magda, my parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell them they wish to hear from him soon. Speaking of printing, your ink was well received indeed. I made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Alicia has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several pennies trying to find lapis at the market. He set in scrubbing the floors for it. Took him 3 days. I'm glad you keep him busy even though he keeps you from visiting. Father says we will have room whenever you decide to make an appearance. And if you do take over the shop in Tassin, you will have to make visits to Prague for supplies. Who knows, maybe you will meet someone here. I made a good match too. There was a young man at the synagogue, Simon, who caught my eye. His father is a doctor and his brothers have all gone to university as well. I would quite like to marry him. Anyway, I hope this fellow and his mother don't give you too much trouble. You really ought to give men a chance, Magdalene. They can be quite sweet. At least the ones in the city here are. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We will have to come to see you when it's finished. Let's sing this. Esther. I'll have to write Esther back tonight. I should head home and check on Dad. Hey Dad, how are you feeling? Oh, Magdalene. Sitting upright is still a struggle, I'm afraid. The dizziness makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not eat at the moment. Are you sure I can bring up something light, like milk or broth? No, I can't stomach anything just yet. But tell me, where are you off to? I need to get started from the first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother Illuminata didn't know much about the Tassin's early history, but she did give me a few places to start. I'm going to ask Black Till if his grandfather told him in his stories. Illuminata said he used to read about the Romans. Mother Illuminata, Magdalene. Right, yes. Mother Illuminata. What the heck? Young Croucher has mentioned those tales from time to time, yes. He comes by to borrow books now and then. Usually when he's found some interesting old ruins out in the fields. I'd ask him about that. Peter is always harmed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore too. I'm sure he'll have some stories to tell about old Tassin. I might stop to talk to him. Didn't think of that. Thanks, Dad. Of course, Magda. It's nice to feel useful even if I'm stuck here in bed. Nonsense. I'm just glad you're awake. Might talk to Smokey too. The old charcoal burner seems to know more about what's in the woods around town than anyone else. That, and he's a known gossip. Oh, I know. He told me that he saw Artemis and Kraft swimming together in the pond just last week. Oh, Lord, I can't imagine the fit Veronica would have if she knew. Well, I'm not going to tell. I trust the spirit to convict them, since I cannot. While smoking, you may know who else you should talk to them. You may hear something worth your while at any rate. Go talk to him. What about the ruins or the mines? I can't just use books and stories alone. I want to explore whatever is left over from the Romans and before. The salt mine and Roman ruins are the oldest parts of Tassin, so it only makes sense to see what they left behind. Ah, you took after your mother. She was always thorough in her research. You always said that's what good artists do, Dad. Careful, alright? I know the twins mess around near the salt mine, but I don't want you getting hurt. I don't know why Georg doesn't keep them in line. Always making trouble, those two. You don't have brains enough to keep out of trouble. I do. I should hope so. You're the one running the shop for now, after all. Don't forget your other chores while you're running around town, alright? We still have a household to run. Don't worry, I get everything done. That's my goal. Better get going if I want to do all of that today. I'll see you later, Dad. Good luck, Magdalene. Okay. We have a lot of people to talk about the history of Tassin. Let's see. Talk to people. Good morning, Magdalene. Brisk weather today, isn't it? Still Craft is out there helping Simon on the farm. Worry about that boy sometimes. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Better than his father, anyway, huh? Working hard to mend the holes his father made. Better than Jobs, you mean, or Martin? Be careful, Magdalene. Some things are best left alone. It doesn't matter anyway. Martin was a coward and a thief, and Jobs an imposter and a murderer. Better that he takes care after neither. He's done a lot of good for the town. Not easy to lose a parent, you know that too well, Magdalene. So I do what I can to help him along in life. He's a good man, Agnes. You should be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. I've done my best for my household despite what's happened in the past few decades. Ah, well, you didn't come here to hear me ramble on about my family. What can I do for you? I thought you might have some additional remedies for my father. If burn is not enough, I understand Cloud's condition is dire, but I thought Bernie would be able to provide something. I know it won't save him, but I still want to try everything I can. Every little bit helps, I understand. Let me see what I can whip up. I can't promise anything, but God willing, I pray it provides some small help. Thank you, Agnes. Of course, Magdalene. Take care. Does that mean I'm gonna come back here later, or what? Gonna talk to people in town here and see what's going on. Paul. Good day, Mistress Druckerin. Okay. Much info. There's nothing doing here until we learn more about what we're gonna throw them, I guess. See what he has to say. Hello, Magdalene. How are you? Well enough considering the circumstances. Glad to hear it. You are being admirably level-headed, giving you challenges. For what it's worth, though Klaus and I haven't always seen eye to eye, I have always respected him. I respect you as well. Thank you for saying so. Over the years, I've grown to find his stubbornness admirable. The quality you share, evidenced in your work on the mural. Thank you. This must be part of the Lord's plan. I must trust that he put you in the position for a reason. All the same, the council does not want to regret their lenience. I will make Tassin proud. That remains to be seen. Go on then, I have patience to attend to. Until later. Douchebag. I can... Oh yeah, how many percent are we up to now in the challenge? 64%. Not too shabby. Yeah, Magdalene, okay. Balthasar. Magdalene. Yes. The cinnamon just arrived for the beer. Nice. Yes, with many wonderful properties. Ooh. The 2% closer, huh? Yes, with many wonderful properties. The copper pots you helped me pipe are part of the process. Oh, I thought it was for something more serious. Magdalene, making beer is quite serious. Anyway, it's for the Christmas celebration. Already? You're barely into November. The wheel of time stops for no man. But it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Jesus Christ. He who has the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not. It's your money. Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Really. Such alchemy is not normally my strong suit. After all of Ignacio's complaints about the costs, base rye we're using is free. Really? Yes! The farmers had so much rye this year they just couldn't use it all. Bet made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. Why not make beer? I wish you the best luck with it. Thank you. I wonder if you guys know about that one. Let's see if I can find it. I don't think, What damage is this? Okay. So this is this is what it reminds me of from my childhood. Balthazar. Talking to that guy, Balthazar. Urban Bakery. Madeleine, darling. Good morning, Gret. It smells heavenly in here. Oh, haha! Just finished rolling out some raisin bread. I thought that Andreas and Ulrich could use a treat today. Oh, what a sweet idea. I had some spare time today and I like to stay busy. The soul of the diligent shall be made rich after all. Besides, I like to drop in on Anna and see my grandchildren. I'm more blessed than I ever imagined I would. Paul and Anna make such a lovely pair. Yeah, you never seen that Balthazar. Because it's an inventor in the game called Balthazar. In this game. And that's what it reminds me of. That Balthazar. Ulrich wouldn't believe his eyes if he saw us now. I wish he could see his grandchildren. So he rejoicing with all the saints in heaven, Gret. I do hope so. He was never much for emotional displays, but I still remember his joy when Anna was born. You know, I was angry when Anna first took a liking to young Paul. He was always a quiet boy, but I was afraid he would turn out like his father. But I needn't have worried. Paul is a good man and a good father. He's built this town back up from what it was. And Elsa did those children more than I do. He's certainly come a long way from the meek woman I met. Really? She seems so kind of. I can't imagine her as anything else. Ah well, Lennart was a hard man to live with. He had a firm hand. You wouldn't know it by how she and Paul are. The kindest souls you ever meet. I've been chatting too long. My toes need tending. Please excuse me, Magdalene. Of course, Gret. I'll tell that later. Schmeg, I'm hiding. Okay, you continue hiding. Okay, I'm gonna get some more coffee. Be right back. Is that a new thing? Instead of crickets, no, it's the fart and balloon. Where is he? Hello, Mrs. Buckering. How is Klaus? Hendrik and I have been terribly worried. That spirits are high, but he still gets headaches and spells of dizziness. If there's anything we can help you with, let us know. Embrace is always ready to provide. He and Klaus have been friends for a long time. I heard tales of Enders coming to find you in Innsbruck. How did that even happen? The twists of providence are sudden and unpredictable. I was but a young girl selling all manner of wares on the market, pots and the like. One day this man appears to the stall, all jitters and nerves, stammering over his words, but charming in a way. He spoke at length. I was intrigued and soon enamored as if a candle had been lit. And is a man of talent and means after all, blessed with a kind soul. How did it feel to leave home for someone somewhere far away, uprooting yourself from the life you had? Frightening to be sure, leaving Innsbruck, my friends and family behind. But it was exciting as well, going off to find new opportunities and build a new life. There wasn't much I had to look forward to in Innsbruck. Huge prospects for a poor girl. I couldn't see myself sitting at the market continuing to sell odds and ends. Sometimes there are risks we just have to take. It's very inspiring, Resi. I'm glad you found happiness here. We all struggle in this world, but the moments of joy outweigh the bad. How God has set the world, His benevolence guiding us through it all. I feel I've been blessed and it's not been all bad for Embrace either. I assist him with the bookkeeping side of the smithy and other things. Thank you for telling me about your past. Nothing, my friend. I hope it has provided you with some encouragement. Don't forget you're important as well and deserve to live your life. Alright, I have to assist Enders with a few things. Be well, my boy. The later trees. Hello, my friend. How is Klaus? Yes, and now very worried. Alive, and that's what matters. Did you discover who attacked him? No, whoever it was, they left no sign. Terrible crime, terrible. May God look after you both. We had had enough tragedy in this town. Fortunately, Dr. Stoltz appears to have found his purpose. I remember him being so sad when I was a girl. Ah, you're still a girl. He was once a picture of arrogance, masked sadness of him. Like to talk about how he was destined for better place than this backwater Alpine town. How he was meant for the court of kings. No longer, he grew up. Did the revolt change him? Changed everyone. But he's the one who saw the bodies. He's not a heartless man, Magdalene. He deserves our compassion. Ah, but I shouldn't gossip. If there's anything interesting I can do for you, let us know. I will. Thank you for your kindness, Enders. It's nothing. I owe your father more than I can say. Take care, Magdalene. There's a lovers, huh? God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Matilda. Hello, voice love. How are you two? Very well. The Lord has blessed us more than we deserve. And how are you, Magdalene? I was worried with you keeping the house and the workshop all on your own. Let me bring by some soup for you and your father. I would love that. I have hardly had a moment to cook a hot meal. Between your father, the shop, and the mural, I'm surprised you're not dead on your feet. He's very lucky to have such a devoted daughter. Before you worry about imposing, you're not. Taking care of your neighbors is how Tilda and I started passing. Our vocation may have changed, but our gratitude to God and the town has not. You have always been so dedicated to the town. The neighbors took care of us in difficult times. Sometimes those days feel like another lifetime. A harder time to be sure. Life feels pretty hard now. Can't imagine you had an easy time of it. Non's love can be challenging one, but I never had to deal with the difficulties you do now, Magdalene. What about your life? Was difficult for you? No comment there, huh? I struggled with my vows, my discipline. I couldn't live as my sisters did. I broke my vows, as did Voislav. Oh, together. Oh, we certainly did. We left the abbey. Well, we were found out, but our secret was kept. Still, the matter ate in my heart. That and being falsely accused of murdering the old Baron terrified you, rightly so. We all must account for our sins, Magdalene. I was afraid I would account for mine sooner than I thought. Those were the hardest years of my life. I repented and prayed to God to absolve me. But then, Lord always provides, even in the darkest days. The Abbey's destruction gave us a second chance. I can't imagine that the phones were too happy to let you stay. There was some suspicion at first, yes, but we proved useful in the days following, and soon they came around. The Lord forgives more readily than man, Magdalene. Never think that you must remain in a place that causes you to sin, even if others think it godly. I'm glad you two are finally able to live life together. You both deserve it. Only by the grace of God are we in this life together. May it be many more years before we part. God willing. Anyway, Magdalene, I'll send that soup over to you shortly. Thank you, Matilda. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless. So many people to talk to. Magdalene there. Good day, Magdalene. Hi. Here's your father. He's doing better, I think. We're lucky to have Dr. Stolz in Telsing. He's a hard worker. May God bless Klaus with a speedy recovery. And he'll be gracious. How are you two? I'm delighted to enjoy another beautiful autumn day. I'm just glad to be sitting down for a moment. I'm so tired, wrong dry. Andreas and Ulrich can wear down even the most vigorous person. Not even young earths could keep up with these two. The blessing and the curse of small children. Aww. Ulrich, is she alright? Oh yeah, she wanted to run off and hide so I could find her. After I caught my breath for a moment. I don't think she appreciates me taking this long. Not playing along, Andreas, hiding like your sister? No. This young man don't lose sight of his mom. Hey, Magdalene. Could you perhaps go find Ulrich in my stead? Oh, of course. I would be delighted. Wonderful. She's somewhere in town, although I'm not sure where by now. Run up the street toward the bakery. I imagine you can find her by the giggling. Very often. I do know what she is. Ah, there you are. Hey, you found me. Bet you can't find me again, Mag. Got you. Oh, you found me again. Wait here, I'll find a better spot. Good morning, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Hey, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mom? Betsy's right. You are really pretty. Well, thank you, Christina. You're really pretty too. Hehe. Thank you. Don't tell her. It's a secret. Oh, I'll keep it a secret. You're funny, Michael. Hello, Eva. Magda, darling, it isn't here, I'm afraid. Oh, that's alright. I can find him later if I need to. I think he wandered out toward a rat house. Something about the council, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's weird of him. He's been dropping by the rat house more often as of late. It's quite fun of you. I'm surprised he has any time to visit, though. He's always working on town council business these days, and he's still working at mastering carpentry too. Suggested a few years ago that he take up an apprenticeship, but he was determined to remain in Tassing. I think he's more comfortable here, even if it means he will never be the craftsman Oda was. I help him how I can, but there's only so much I know how to do. Besides, I think he feels like he's taking care of me instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. It's good of him to stay. I would worry that you'd be lonely otherwise. Oh, even if he had gone, I wouldn't be alone. I have Mom and Jorg and the rest of the family to help take care of. Besides, to keep him busy. I never want for anything with us and the community here in Tassing. I miss my husband, but I'm proud of it. He's growing into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and father. He'll make a wonderful partner. If he ever grows up, that is, he still acts like a boy half the time. Oh, that's the way of man. Lord gave them lofty spirits and need to exert themselves. Every man got roasted. Give it time, Magdalene. You see, all men are tempered by marriage. If you say so. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you get back to them. Always good to see you, Magdalene. Good to you. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you too. Do you have a moment? Of course, what do you need? That says you've been obsessed with your painting. I'm looking into the early history of casting for the first part of the mural. But the Illuminati said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Ah, fertile fields, that is. Seemed like old pot shards and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All of Granddad's reading came from the Abbey's library, though, and you know what happened there. Poof, up in smoke. You don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Granddad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. But I can show you something better than books. Oh, evidence? Something like that. See, we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looks to be an old forged mountains of salt. Even found a little bear carved from amber. Where did you find all this stuff? Not just me. Carl finds things, Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere. We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting. We can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. What do you think it all means? I don't follow. How do you think these people live? Rough, I would say, but comfortable. You don't find much of the clothes or their houses, so they must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. But the tools are good quality. If they weren't rusted all to hell, I would probably use them today. I don't know why, but I assume they would live in caves or in the muck. They weren't Christians, no doubt about that, but they weren't animals either. I would say they had it hard, but they got by. Not so different from today, really. Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start to mine? Had to have, I would say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug up what was already there. That's why casting was so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt. But Tassin wasn't just on the Imperial Road, they made the road come through Tassin. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know, but anything they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Magdalene, tell me you aren't thinking of going down there. What if there's stuff that could help me with the mural? Magdalene? If mine is hundreds of years old, you could break your neck just getting in there. Oh, come on. You're just as curious as I am. Well, sure, but imagine how your dad would feel if you got hurt. He doesn't have to know. You won't tell him, right? Not lying to your father so you can put yourself in harm's way. Now, you're a clever girl, so I don't doubt you'll find a way in if you set your mind to it. But I can't help you, Magdalene. It will break your father's heart if something happened to you. I don't get it. That was like a blue one, so why couldn't I get... I don't understand why that one failed. It's fine, I understand. Good. This has been has been a big help. Dare to spread some knowledge around, important for folks to know their past. Think all this pagan stuff will make it in the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I have found over to the rat house tomorrow if that would help at all. That would be great. I'm glad you've taken an interest, Magdalene. Before no one cared about the pagans but me and Grandad. I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. They are strict, worse now than they used to be. So be careful. Until tomorrow. Until then. Okay. Yeah, I've been curious about the mine since the start of the game, pretty much. Especially when we find the kids telling us when they throw rocks down there that they hear a clinking sound, so... Hey, Mags! Oh, this douchebag. Got you away with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. I can be pretty stubborn when I want to, Clearly, I'm impressed. The rest of the council has been arguing over the matter for so long, even I couldn't get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. There are plenty of opinionated women in town. Want to let us join the council? Yeah, well, you would have to take that up with the Lord. Besides, I don't think any of them are as hard-headed as you. You're the section, Magdalene. You always are. Hey, you have forgotten about Agnes. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. That's not what I meant. She's not... Oh, never mind. Forget about it. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. You know, I'm on the council, but sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. Well, you're the youngest member of the council. Others have much more life experience. Yes, but how am I supposed to gain experience if I'm not involved in making decisions? Being the youngest, youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Baltas and Werner don't think I'm capable, and even Paul has warned me about being too rash. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. Keep pushing us. They are stuck in the past, but we're looking forward to the future of Tassie. Thanks, Banks. Magdalene? It will take time, but maybe they will listen to me eventually. Oh well, better get back to it. See you later, Mags. He still keeps calling her Mags, though. It's like, what the heck, man? Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. I hope your dad recovers quickly. He's a good man. I still think I should prepare myself for the first. I'm sorry, Magdalene. I pray it doesn't come to that. This town has seen too many terrible things, but we have recovered before. May the Lord will return your dad to health too. I pray you're right. Glad you have this time with him, I say. Wish I had as much with the Halewig. Anyway, did you need something? Hey Hans, I've seen you sneak into the forest on occasion. What exactly do you do there? Not sneaking, just going. I go there to meet Big Georg. These logs. Why would you do that? We lift big logs to see who's stronger. It's a contest. Does anyone else participate in this contest? Not usually. There aren't many others in tasking strong enough other than Big Georg. Simon's big like Sepp was, but he's not interested. He's always busy taking care of the farm. Maybe Apollo can join us one day. He's been getting stout the last few years. Alright, who's winning so far? Georg, but barely. I've been gaining on him. He's growing older and softer with his council work. Well, good luck with that, Hans. Thanks, it's good for the body, you see. You're welcome to join us, Magdalena. You happen to have small logs that would suit me? Plenty of trees in the forest will find you what you need. Maybe it will put some meat in those bones. Sure, maybe I'll drop by someday. Christ, Jorg will get a kick at that. You really mean it, right? Oh, absolutely. Great. Let's get back to work now. Until later, Magdalene. Until then. Simon says... Hey, Magdalene. I heard what happened to your dad. How's he doing? First thing, he suffered a severe blow to the head and worried, to say the least. Hans sends his regards. The Bauer household is praying for a swift recovery. Thank you, and thank Hans and Jutta as well. Oh well, Klaus has always been such a bedrock of tasking. I would hate for him to die. It would be, sorry. It's fine, I fear it as well. It's best not to ignore one's fears. You miss your father, your real one, I mean? You miss him? Kind of. I don't remember Joseph all that much. He's become a haze of sorts, a faint echo, a feeling, an occasional emotion. I was so young when he got killed. Mom said I had trouble understanding what had happened for a long time. I understand. My mom, she's like an empty hole in my life. I have nothing of her. Oh yeah, you never even got to see her, right? Not even a memory, huh? Suppose you have yourself a comparison. God molded you after her. I can imagine how she could have been like, stubborn and unruly, yeah? How can I know if I'm actually like my mom? All I have are stories from people. Well, you read books, don't you? Stories are about things that are true. Not always. Really? What's the point of books then? Oh, what? I can't read anyway. Do you want to learn? Don't have the time. Work on the farm never ends, especially with the taxes eating at us. Anyway, the winter draws closer, so I got a lot of preparations to take care of. I truly hope Klaus recovers soon. God look after you both. Until later, Simon. Kitty. Hello, Magdalene. How's the mural coming? Here you browbeat the council into letting you do it yourself. It took some work, but I convinced them to let me paint the red house, yes? Well, it's good to see these stubborn bastards can be moved. God may have made man from dust, but I swear he left some of them with rocks for brains too. Did you know Jorg was by to check on my hinges? I had about enough of these silly projects. That Zimmerman boy seems to have a good head on his shoulders, though. Once you're settled down with him, you will have a good life ahead of you. It's hard to think of the future right now, what's happened to my dad. Oh, sweet girl, I'm sorry. My mouth goes faster than my head sometimes, or so my Johan used to say. Your dad's only ever been a fair weather friend to people like me, but he's a family man at heart, and I can respect that. I hope he knows how lucky he is to have you looking after him. He regrets it. He regrets it, you know, what happened the night the Abbey burned. I'm sure he does. He could have made a real difference for us. Stuck his neck out, but he was scared. We all wish things could have turned out different, but that's life, huh? Anyway, give my best wishes to your father and take care of yourself. Thanks, Eddie. Until later. Until then. Hallelujah, Kerala, hallelujah, hello, bye-bye. Jutta. Hey, Magdalene, okay. Gentner. Let's go in first. Veronica. Hello, Magdalene. Where is that Mural going? I hope my husband hasn't been bothering you about it too much. Has he said anything to you about it? Mainly he's relieved that they don't need to make a decision about the matter anymore. He runs the farm just fine, but being on the council has made him think he has a say in everything going on in Tassing. Town business is all he talks about these days. Those men are bad influence on each other, if you ask me. Now they are chattering on about a yearly check for the hinges on every door in town. Hinges? Who gives a damn if the hinges on our front door creaks? To be fair, if your hinges creak, the door's integrity is at stake. Yes, well, I don't need to check every door in my house every year like it's a feast day. There's a creaky hinge, I'll hear it. Anyway, I think it's good of you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take interest in something like that. Speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I asked them to look after the chickens, but they have disappeared. I haven't seen them recently, but I like to mess around in the forest. Maybe they wandered off there. This town isn't big. I don't know where they get to that I can't find them. Father Thomas says they are only so much trouble because I named them after Greek gods. See? Greek gods and Greek people. Only trouble, huh? Flora? He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis were gods of virtues. If anything, they should be more well-behaved. Names have only as much power as we allow them to have. Can every Greek name really invoke pagan gods? Maybe you're right. Father Thomas spends too much time in his books. Besides, then he'll be in a poor state, Father Thomas the Doubter. Anyway, I had better go find those rascals. Good luck with the mural, Magdalene. Thanks, Veronica. Until later. Sarah? Hello, Magdalene there. How are you? How's Klaus? It's hard to know for certain. One day he seems well, and the next I can hardly understand his words. Oh, Magdalene, I keep praying for you both. Both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Please let me know if you need any help around the house. I'll be happy to help. Oh, thank you, Claude. That's very kind of you. I've been so busy in the rat house, I have let the house go a bit. Not to worry. I'll come by and help. Besides, then we can chat and chatter makes chores pass quickly. With all my children up and grown and no husband to care for anymore, I got to make myself useful somehow. Big Joe is still in the house though, isn't he? Oh yes, but he's a grown man with children of his own. He and Veronica are capable of caring for their own household now. Yeah, but he's taking care of Eds and Ursula and Fabian have their own life together. They don't need me anymore. You sound sad. Oh, well, I suppose I am. Thank God that my children are all grown and prospering. But I do feel there's been something missing in my life. After so many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. We could always find something new to do. Keep busy by helping Gret in a bakery or something. It has been telling me to rest more. But you're right. I'd rather keep busy as long as there's life in these old bones. Well, that's all. I'll come over to help around the house soon, alright? I'll see you then, Clara. God bless you, Magdalene. Did Coloria selectively ignore what I said about the Greek? I think so. Ah, Magdalene, how are things on your doors? I guess. Maybe Andrew should take a look at them. I would have asked your father, but, well... Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many people in this town leave the hinges to rust. Really, Joey, if you want an excuse to snoop in people's home, just invite yourself over for supper. That's not... Council is looking after the town. We would like to institute a yearly check of all homes in Tassing. What do you think of the idea, George? Well, it's not a bad thing, but I don't see why we need to make it official. Everyone in Tassing helps each other. As I see it, if someone notices their house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. It makes me feel useful, you know? Speaking of, I'd better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. See you later, George. Okay, now we're gonna talk to this little nutcase then. Hello, Peter. Can I talk to you for a moment? What's that? I was wondering if you could tell me some of the stories about Tassing. Oh, the old tales, Tough. It's been so damn long since anyone had a thought to ask me about what I know. But there's still a few of the old tales knocking about in this skull. There are any myths from even before the Romans came to Tassing? Of course there are. The Romans weren't the first one to live here, you know. There are spirits older than the saints that live in these woods, older than the Romans. They protected Tassing before Saint Maurice ever set a blessed foot in town. Well, Thomas says the only good spirit is the Holy Ghost. Everything else is of the devil. And if that were true, then Tassing wouldn't have been around for the Romans to take. It's Persia and her wild hunt that scared them evil ones away. They have protected Tassing since its founding day. Long before those Romans, our ancestors roamed these mountains under a great chieftain called Ratius. Wait, isn't Ratius a Latin name? Yeah? The ending on his name is the masculine singular ending common on most male Roman names. Plenty of names end with the same letters. Doesn't make them Latin, does it? Now, quit your jamming and listen. Folk weren't as kind as they are now, and the tribes fought one another for the best land. The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make offerings. Because of him, the gods favored other tribes, and Ratius' people had no land to call their own. Instead, they wandered through these mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering what they could to survive. Puff. One day when winter was approaching, Ratius went hunting and found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. But instead of killing the beast as most men would, he held the beast and loosed it from its bounds. Was a wolf a spirit in disguise? Yeah, of course not. Wolves are wolves, girls. Spirits don't need the skins of animals for the power. Still, you got the sense of the thing. The old gods are keen to repay favors done, and Persia is the goddess of the wild hunt. The wolves are her animals. She leads the wild hunt, and the wolves lead the hunts of the forest. Back in my day, folk knew it was bad luck to kill a wolf. Now, I'm the only one who remembers these things. Cough, cough. Heshta saw Ratius' action and took favor on him, and told the wolves to lead the sheep to her sacred spring. Ratius led his people to the spring and claimed it for his homeland, and we have been in this valley ever since. Then those goddamn Romans came and destroyed everything. But you see, there were other gods protecting this place before Saint Moritz. It's why a few of us still honor a perch stone. It protects us against witches and fiends. It's a wonderful story, perfect for the first part of the mural. Good, nice to know I can still be of some use in this town. What about the Romans? Do you know any Roman legends of Tassie? Roman legends? Pah! I don't bother with stories from outsiders or tales of gods that aren't our own. The Romans did nothing but conquer our people and destroy this town. We have spent generation after generation building Tassie back up from those days. And still our traditions keep dying with no one to carry them on. That's why I want to know, Peter. These stories need to be on the mural. The mural, Fine, but I don't know of any of the old Romans yet. Alright. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for sharing your stories with me, Peter. At least someone wants to listen to me. I'm tired. Talking so much just made my jaw ache. I'll leave you to rest then. God bless you, Peter.